Hello and welcome back to another edition of AEW Dynamite Out of 10 right here on the Wrestle Debate. And after an incredible Double or Nothing over the weekend, could AEW back it up with their first weekly show since the event? The show started off with the Inner Circle surrounded by boxes of Inner Circle Stadium Stampede Champions t-shirts. They are printed before the match. Santana revealed that they've got a whole track full of them. This is just hilarious. I'm not going to grade it, but the Inner Circle are just too good, man. And then Broken Matt Hardy said he was excited to team with the Young Bucks, also known as the Bucks of Youth. But at their request, he reverts to an earlier persona. And then we did move into the match. The Young Bucks and Matt Hardy defeating Private Party and Joey Janela. Isaiah Kennedy took a super kick and a more bang for your buck and got pinned. After the match, Matt Hardy helped an injured Mark Quinn to the back. I didn't know if this was a work or a shoot or not. I think it was a work, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, this was a great match. But after the match, the Butcher and the Blade attacked the Young Bucks in the ring after they got in a bit of a scrap during the match. And then the Revival, called now FTR for Fuck the Revival, drove an old-fashioned truck into the arena and ran into a ring. After a brief stare down with the Bucks, they attacked the Butch and Blade. This was brilliant. Didn't see it coming. Yeah, I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. The match was good, and then at the end it was just brilliant. The Revival v Young Bucks, I can't wait for that match. 7 out of 10. Next up we got Brian Cage in action for the first time on Dynamite, and he quickly defeated Lee Johnson. Taz was in his corner, and John Moxley was on commentary, which made things infinitely better and more than just a squash match. Cage just basically threw Johnson all over the ring, then pinned him with the drill claw. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Put Cage over big time, and Moxley was great on commentary, which bumps the grade up even further. Taz then cut a promo after the match saying how Brian Cage will tear Moxley's heart out at Fighter Fest. Baker then, with the help of photos, a corkboard and red string, claimed that her injury wasn't an accident, but it was a conspiracy, which Chris Statlander, Hikaru Shida and Nyla Rose are all the conspirators. Then, with Aubrey Edwards as the ringleader, Dr. Baker said she'll be back for All Out. This was really good. Even when Dr. Britt Baker's injured, she's just too good. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Chris Jericho was then yelling at Alex Marvez about how great their pep rally is going to be when Orange Cassidy wandered through the frame behind him, angering Jericho. This was just hilarious as ever. Everything to do with the Inner Circle was hilarious. Everything to do with Jericho was hilarious, but I'm not going to grade it though. The new AEW Women's Champion, Hikaru Shida, then defeated Christy James in quick fashion. Shida hit the Falcon Arrows, pinned James. It was alright. I kind of would like to see more done with Shida after a title win. But still, it kind of put her over, I suppose. So I'm going to give it a 6.25 out of 10. We then saw Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega watching a show from a sofa. Page noticed that they were on TV and stared into the camera. Good spot, Hangman. Then Cody Rhodes cut a promo about how he plans to do weekly open challenges for the TNT Championship. Bit like John Cena did for the US Championship. Yes, please, Cody. Then we got Kip Sabian and Jimmy Havoc defeating SCU after Penelope Ford averted the SCU. Later, by grabbing Frankie Kazarian's leg, and Jimmy Havoc pinned Scorpio Sky. This was alright. I didn't really get it though because I think they said it was for a tag team title opportunity. What was the whole point of the buy-in? That's what I didn't really get. So for the confusion, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. And the match wasn't even too brilliant. MJF then said backstage that since he's undefeated, he shouldn't even have to win a battle royal to get a title shot, but with Wardlow's help, he'll do it anyway. Wardlow seemed reluctant to let MJF win if it comes down to the two of them, but he backs down. Then he did get the Battle Royal, and Jungle Boy won, eliminating Orange Cassidy last, and became number one contender for the TNT title. A battle royal with the likes of MJF are always good, and Jungle Boy. So I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Although I was surprised by the winner. I thought the final two would be MJF and Wardlow return on MJF. But no. But glad for Jungle Boy, though. He's quality and he should have a great match with Cody. 7 out of 10, if I didn't say it already. I'm pretty sure I did. And then it was our main event segment. Vicky Guerrero and a bunch of cheerleaders introduced the Inner Circle for their pep rally. They weren't in the best of mood because, of course, they lost the Stadium Stampede match at Double or Nothing. But they gave each other presents to cheer themselves up. And Jake Hager read a creepy poem. Jericho said that the gift he really wants is Mike Tyson's head on a platter. Sammy Guevara revealed that the cheese platter and a bubbly have already been consumed. Then Mike Tyson entered with his entourage. Jericho demanded an apology for being knocked out by Tyson years ago on an episode of Raw, and a brawl ensued. The locker room then was emptied out and Jericho and Tyson were separated. This was just brilliant. I love the Inner Circle. And Jericho thinking he can go toe-to-toe with Mike Tyson and still just doing all this goofy shit. I mean, it was just brilliant. 7.5 out of 10. Can't wait to see where this goes. And they couldn't have picked a better person for Tyson to fight than Jericho. I can't wait for it. And overall this week, AEW is going to get a 7 out of 10. It was just a brilliant TV show this week. And perfectly backed up Double or Nothing. The whole Tyson Jericho stuff was genius. Love the MJF bit. Of course, the Revival debuting, or FTR as they're called now, not the Revolt. Yeah, it's just all brilliant. A brilliant show all round. And yeah, I just can't wait for next week. 7 out of 10. Well done, AEW. And that is it for today, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Subscribe to the other channels on screen. Leave a comment about what you thought of AEW and the Wednesday Night War in general. Link to Twitter in the description below for daily wrestling news. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.